Shootings and violent events can be hard for adults to process, let alone children. As parents, we want to protect our kids, but how do we talk to them about these tough topics without creating fear? In this video, I'll guide you step by step on how to have those important but difficult conversations. Whether it's hearing about a school shooting on the news or learning about violence in their community, children are exposed to scary realities that can leave them feeling confused, anxious, or even scared. Ignoring these conversations isn't the solution. Kids will hear about these events from friends, TV, or social media. As a parent, your role is to provide a safe space for them to share their thoughts, ask questions, and feel reassured. 1. Start with yourself. Before talking to your child, take a moment to process your own emotions. Children are incredibly perceptive, and they'll pick up on your anxiety or anger. Take deep breaths, ground yourself, and decide what you want to say. It's okay to feel upset, but staying calm and composed during the conversation is essential. Ask yourself, what is my child ready to hear? How can I reassure them without sugarcoating reality? Preparing mentally helps you set the tone for a constructive discussion. 2. Gauge what your child already knows. Start by asking open-ended questions to see what your child already knows. This helps you understand their perspective and clears up any misinformation they might have heard. For example, you can ask, have you heard anything about what happened at school today? What did your teacher or friends say about the news? Keep your tone neutral and non-judgmental. This encourages your child to open up without fear of saying the wrong thing. Listening is just as important as speaking in these moments. 3. Use age-appropriate language. Tailor your explanation to your child's age and emotional maturity. Here are some examples of how to talk about these events based on age groups. Young children, ages 3 to 6. Keep it simple and reassuring. You might say, sometimes bad things happen, but there are grown-ups working hard to keep us safe. Avoid graphic details and focus on their safety. Elementary-aged kids, ages 7 to 12. At this age, kids are curious and may have specific questions. Be honest but limit unnecessary details. For example, yes, there was a dangerous event, but it's far away from us, and many people are working to make sure it doesn't happen again. Teenagers, ages 13 plus. Teens often have a more nuanced understanding and might already be forming opinions. With them, it's important to acknowledge their feelings and discuss the broader context. For example, these events are very upsetting, and it's okay to feel angry or sad about them. What do you think we can do to make things safer? 4. Reassure their safety. Children need to know that they're safe. Reassure them by highlighting the steps that parents, teachers, and community leaders take to keep them protected. For example, explain safety measures like locked school doors, emergency drills, and the presence of police or security. Say things like, your teachers have special training to keep everyone safe, or we have plans in place at home to handle emergencies. This helps reduce their anxiety and reinforces their sense of security. 5. Encourage questions and validate their feelings. Your child might have a lot of questions, from why do people hurt others, to could this happen here? Be honest and straightforward, but avoid speculation or overloading them with information. Validate their feelings by saying, it's okay to feel scared or confused. I feel that way sometimes too. Letting them know their emotions are normal and helps them process their feelings in a healthy way. 6. Limit media exposure. The constant replay of violent images on the news can be overwhelming for children. Limit their exposure to media coverage, and explain why watching too much of this can make us feel more worried. Let's focus on things that make us feel safe and happy instead. Encourage screen-free activities like playing outside, reading, or spending family time together to help shift their focus. 7. Teach them constructive coping mechanisms. Help your child channel their emotions into constructive actions. For example, if they're feeling scared, teach them deep breathing exercises or mindfulness activities. If they're angry, suggest drawing, journaling, or talking about it. For older kids, getting involved in positive actions like writing letters to policymakers, joining a community group, or helping with a school safety campaign can empower them and reduce feelings of helplessness. 8. Check back in. One conversation isn't enough, kids process information at their own pace and might have follow-up questions later. Keep the dialogue open by saying, "If you ever feel like talking about this again, I'm here for you." Regular check-ins show your child that it's okay to revisit tough topics and that they have your full support. Talking to your child about shootings and violent events is never easy, but it's an important part of parenting in today's world. By staying calm, using age-appropriate language, and reassuring their safety, you can help your child process these events and feel supported. What strategies have worked for you in these conversations? Share your tips in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more parenting advice. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're doing an amazing job as a parent.